427 shootings in Toronto so far this year, 251 killed or injured. In the Vancouver, downtown east side, big crime spike, and police have seized over 450 firearms. But in Singapore, a city-state with a population of 6 million, you can count the annual gun crimes on your fingers. So what makes a difference? Illegal guns are simply not tolerated there, and possession is met with imprisonment for up to 14 years. And yet, almost daily this fall, our local politicians are falling over themselves in the news, calling for a ban on handguns as the answer to the alarming increase in gun crimes. What don't they get? In Canada, we already have a virtual ban on handguns. It is very, very difficult to become a legal gun owner. But the problem is not with those who obey the law. It is with criminals and hoods getting illegal guns. And it is easy to obtain an illegal gun. The police in Toronto have been very clear on this. It's the gangs. And police leaders across Canada have repeatedly said that a handgun ban isn't the solution. So out the politicians for whom talk is cheap. And let's get to the issue. It is primarily a federal government responsibility because it is the federal government that is responsible for the criminal code. It is a criminal code which sets out the rules for sentencing. Mandatory minimum sentences are always problematic. Judges need to be able to take into account circumstances. But the Trudeau government can set down guidelines, and stiff ones, and make it a serious business with serious loss of freedom for those who are caught with a gun. Gun crimes are a community problem, and not just the responsibility of police. All three levels of government, and also community leaders and the courts, all need to work together to make a difference. Work together to create a culture that does not tolerate, much less admire, gun violence. All it takes is a population which decides that is sick and tired of gun violence, and sick and tired of offenders getting back out onto the street and laughing at the justice system. That is a kind of motivated community that will force an end to the whizzing of bullets around children's heads in their playgrounds. Let's get to it. Let's just have some national motivation.